Welcome. Thank you for stopping by for Better You in 52. This is a project that a revival of a project, if you will, where we're going to go through the next 52 weeks, or at this point, this is week 4, so we're 4 weeks down, and we're going to go through how you can improve yourself every single week with one simple thing. Now, it's not meant to be a 52-week example of or 52-week extension of going on week by week, building on that. These are actually things you can do pretty much instantly, pretty much at the moment. And as I believe, the moment you say you're going to improve yourself, the moment you say I'm going to do this thing and fix me, you have improved yourself. There's improvement right there. And then you apply a little bit and there's more improvement there. And then you keep going on, you build onto it. And in 52 weeks, if say your New Year's resolution was to be a better person, at that point you were instantly slightly better person to work on going forward. So what we're offering you is every week something to build on, something to grow on, something to think about to help you be a better person, overall person. Whether you're looking for personal development for literally you, or professional development, things that can help you in your journey up the corporate ladder, a relationship development. These are things that happen to have to deal with other people. That's a whole nother thing in itself. So these are things that you can do to work on. And this one today for week 4 is actually one that can work on basically all three of those basic things because we all get tired. We all get restless. We all need a time to kind of chill. And when it shows up just in the random moments, it's one thing and it works out great. But the best way to actually plan for time to be relaxed and time to recover and time to go back to stressful things is to literally plan for these things. So today, we're going to talk about planning your vacation days, getting your vacation days, taking your vacation days and actually going through the process of using them up. This is goes beyond the fact that they're paid days and you're losing out money and all that great stuff. But essentially, you just need some downtime away from what you're doing. And even if your vacations look a lot like work, my vacations away from what I'm doing at work turned into things where I'm doing a lot of writing and editing and producing stuff, to be honest. My off time is filled with a lot of things like this. You still need to find time to get away from the normal things that take up your time and also take vacations from the other things and just sort of rest and relax. Your rest and relaxation may vary. Maybe you like mountain climbing, maybe like extreme sports, maybe you just like sleeping. Whatever it is you want to do on your vacation time, you're up to do it. It's all you. I'm not going to fight you on that one. What I am going to tell you right now is our first tip in this thing about planning your vacation days is to seriously plan your vacation days. Yes, you must do this. I'm serious. Plan your vacation days. Don't just wait for basically a national holiday to pop up and then throw some days at it, or wait until your boss looks at you as your eyes are dripping with just tears and saying you should probably take a few days off. Plan your vacation days. Take some time to plan out whenever it is you'd like to go do stuff. Take some time to plan them out and have them, on the calendar ready to go so you can see when your vacation days are coming. The hardest thing about taking vacations is taking vacations. The second hardest thing about taking vacations is having a time that's a great time to actually do it and you don't feel so guilty. If you plan around some time, if you plan around specific activities, you will find that it's a whole lot easier to get your vacation days in when you plan for them and put them in immediately. That is essentially how everyone else in the world does it. You just take your time and you plan your days out. You plan when you have the time to take off. You look on the calendar and see when it is that you have a lower time, when it is you may have a stressful time, when you get a break beforehand or afterwards. But yes, you are going to have to plan those vacation days. Next, you make sure that you actually do the work by getting a calendar and figuring out a good time to take off right now. But it's not so much right now. At this very moment is a good time to plan your vacation days. Even if you can't take off until this time next year, you can see into the future, um, a few weeks, few months, maybe a year or so, maybe a few years or so. Maybe you're planning a large vacation, a large travel vacation to a far off place. You want to see Europe, you want to see Asia, you want to see Africa, and it's going to take not only time but resources. Now's a good time to put that on a calendar, put it down someplace. Maybe you don't not sure exactly what you'll be doing in a year's time, but you can just say, hey, in a year's time, I need to be taking a vacation. Put it on a calendar. Put it someplace where you can see it. Write it on a post-it note and stick it to your bathroom mirror that you're taking a vacation at this time. Put up brochures to where you plan on going and have them so you walk around and see them often to remind you of your vacation that you are intending on taking. Put it on a calendar. I said that 3 times already, but put it down someplace where that you get reminders as you look through scrolling on whatever, your work calendar, your home calendar, a old school calendar that's on the wall. Put it down written someplace with the dates and maybe, different colored pencils that shows when you're taking vacation. Not only must you plan this vacation, but you've got to remind yourself that things are coming up so that you don't get tangled up in other things when you know things are coming up. The worst problem I have with my calendar and basically making appointments, because people call and they want to talk about all sorts of things. Vendors call me at work, and I'll say, I think I'm free on Thursday at this window of time. And then I'll go back and look at my two calendars, my personal calendar that my wife and I manage so the family knows what's going on, and my work calendar, which is all the work things that just get slotted in. And then I'll see that I'm not actually free in this window on this day. I just, didn't think about it, but I wasn't close enough to today to look at it and see what was happening. So take your calendar and put your vacation days on that calendar. Have them ready to go, as they say, so that anytime someone throws up something, a time frame of some sort of project, you can look at it and say, that's great, but that's the window of my vacation. So I'm going to do that because I'm going to take my vacation days. And finally, speak your days off into existence by telling people around you and at work you intend to be off. I have been hounded by a friend of mine, a woman I know who has all the best intentions, by telling me that I need to pray more, read my Bible more, and watch my words because I need to speak into existence the things that are positive, the things I want, not just mumble about the bad things because I'm actually regressing and speaking into existence or keeping in existence things I don't want. You need to talk about your vacation. You need to talk about going places. Now, here's where people get weird about this. A lot of people are like, I don't want people in my business, which is fine. So you don't have to talk about every single detail of your vacation. But if you're planning on going to the Bahamas in the spring, just say, I've got a trip to Bahamas coming in the spring. And you bring it up every so often. And when they ask you about your trip, you say, yes, I'm still going because it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist if it's not on your calendar. It doesn't exist if it's not written down someplace. It doesn't exist if the brochures aren't there. Until you actually take a step off of wherever your current location is and onto your vacation spot, your vacation does not actually exist. So, in the minds of other people, if you're never talking about taking days off, you're never talking about being off someplace, even if it's just, I want to go, I need the full day so I can fix my deck without being interrupted. So, I need to get things done. Or I've got to rake my yard. I've got to do my laundry. I've got to take care of the grass. Sometimes it's worth it taking time off to do things. I had a boss once who took about a week's vacation every year so that he can go manage some land that he hunted on. It was a week off of vacation at work, and then he would go work on his vacation house. It's still labor, but it was dedicated labor he put into a full week of worth of time so he can get everything done instead of going up there in bits and pieces and spending only half a day getting things done. It was so far out, the distance to get there was half the battle. That's how he spent his vacation or spent vacation days working on his other place so that when he actually wanted to hunt, actually wanted to go out there and relax, there would be no honeydew list. There would be no things to fix or work on while I was there. He can just do his hunting and relaxing and take care of things because he spent a good chunk of time pre-planned to work on what was going on. And if he needed a crew of folks to be out there, he would already have them hired, ready to go. Everything was set. So think about your position at work and the folks you work with. Yeah, you might not want them to know all your business, but you do want them to know that at this point in time, you intend on taking some time off. So they might not want to schedule you for anything big. And if they try to, you can remind them, oh, at this point in time, I am taking this time off. So we need to schedule this either around my schedule or you need to find someone else to fill the role. Chances are they're just if you're a competent person, proficient in what you're doing, they're going to be really lazy in finding other people, and they just want to give it to you because they know you'll get it done. And sooner or later, they'll realize you never take a time off. But that doesn't stop them from giving you things and get things done. You have to remind them that you need this time off, you want this time off. You put it on their calendars early up on so that it does not get missed. So you need to take your vacation days. And so, what do you do about vacation days and getting some time off your downtime? You need to seriously plan your vacation days. Plan them. Look out into the future. Look in the months and the days and the weeks and things going on, and look at a calendar of events that your family has going on. You have kids and they have schedules for their time off. You then things that are big for them. Your spouse probably has things going on in her world that's popping up there. Extended family members and friends who are always pulling you into stuff, they are part of your relationships and they have things. You need to plan your vacation days and just think about those guys in the process, but you need to plan your vacation days right now. Not only right now, get a calendar out. As soon as you're done with this video, in about 2 minutes or so, get out your calendar and start looking at things and seeing what's a good time to take off. Even if that's a year from now and you're not sure if it's a good time, you need to plan that time, put it in there. And once it's on the calendar, once it's on the books, you can work towards making sure that everything you need to be done before you can take off for vacation is taken off. It's done. It's knocked off. It's that simple. It is that simple. The harder part, speaking your days into existence, days off, by telling people around you that you're going to take off. You need to tell them that. My wife tells me constantly she takes off once a year with her best friend and they go someplace. And because it's a matter of, we're taking off, we're going here, we're going out of town. You're going to have to take care of our kid for this extended period of time, get her up, get her dressed, or whatever. And that's there. Now that the kid is older, sometimes she is a girl, they go on trips because it's all girls trips with her best friend and her daughters. And so now they can all go together. So I need to be reminded that I don't have to do certain things, or I don't have to set these things up. I don't have to cart the girl around back and forth to places because they will be on vacation in this time. So I can make arrangements for myself and for other things getting done. Speak your days into existence and tell people you intend to be off so that they can work around your schedule if they need you for things. It's that simple. Take your vacation days. You need to take your vacation days. Assuming they're paid, you're losing money. If they're not paid, you just take some time off and just recharge because it's worth it. The problem with taking them off is making plans to take them off. I have, in my life, to be totally honest, we have rescheduled three separate events in the last 3 months or so for things that have not gone awry, things that have gone awry, I should say, uh, things not going quite planned. However, other things have stayed steady. We traveled for Thanksgiving, traveled for Christmas. We were traveling in this month for an event that got canceled. So that's a weekend that we already have in the books. So we're going to use that as some downtime for everything I already have set up. Everything, all my work job, my jobs, all my appointments, all my clients are already worked around that time off. So now I have a weekend plus a few days that can be used as downtime, vacation time, as you will. And we are going to reshuffle that into what we're going to do. We being the family, since now it's open. What it is, who knows? Not sure quite what's going yet, but that day is on the books. We have talked to other people about not being around. It is on the calendar and ready to go. And it's just a matter of choosing, instead of going in this direction, traveling to go to here to work on an event, figuring out some shorter route and diverting the base, literally the cost we had for the trip to this thing here. So it's already planned, and we had a vacation we didn't expect, and it's there. So for you, plan your vacation days. Don't miss out on days off that are there. Find days off that you don't think are there that can be worked out, and do what you can to get a little bit of rest. Or if your rest is just stopping what you're doing at work so you can do other things that are just as just as entangling, but not bothered by your boss calling and stuff. That's how it is. Some people's vacations and rest don't look much like vacations or rest, but that doesn't mean it's not. It's good for them. Thank you for jumping in for this part of the Better You in 52 project. go to betteryouin52.com if you've missed out on any of these projects and go back on the videos from previous weeks. This is essentially a simple thing to do, a pretty easy a route to go with this project. You're not obligated anything. I'm not obligated anything. This thing doesn't cost anything. I'm not even asking for, the standard, donations and Patreon and things like that. This thing right here is all about you taking care of you. This is one of the services that I give back for because I get more for doing it than I can ever get from trying to monetize it, and there's no need to. Now, if you want to chat more on this, when you go to the website, betteryouin52.com, you can comment on the post for the videos. You can comment here inside of YouTube where I'm posting these videos. And you can just reach out to me if you like to via email, J Cleveland Payne, letter J, Cleveland like the city, PAYNE at gmail.com. My general email box. It's a little spammy, so send me something and kind of wait for me to get to it. But if you're looking for someone to chat to, looking for someone to do more better things with, we can talk in that ways. I do have other programs that are paid, other programs that are produced, that are formulated, that are for these types of things. So if you're looking for something like that or needs help to be directing those ways, that's fine. This right here, Better You 52. Just pick a week, pick a topic, go with it. Release a new topic every week for the full year, 52 weeks. That's where it comes from, and goes from that. So, as I said earlier, the moment you decide you're going to do something better for you, you are a better you. So you've already improved. Hopefully, one of these tips that we're going to provide to you over the span of the year, 52 weeks, is something that you can apply, hopefully more than one, something you can apply to quickly, easily, and get done. Plan your vacation days. It is extremely important for you and your resting. In the meantime, let's come back and do this whole thing again next week with another great tip to make you better. Not quite in 52 weeks, literally in the instant, but we just are doing this every week of the year, 52. J. Cleveland Payne, thank you so much.